welcome back.
Hey, welcome back to the Empowerment Podcast.
My name is Christina.
And I'm Xander, and Christina and I are both Avatar Masters, and we met each other on one of the courses that we've been doing, and we've been exploring viewpoints on empowerment. Today, we really wanted to touch something in the heart of empowerment. Chrissy, what are we going to talk
Yeah.
about?
Today, as it is like the beginning of the year, we thought it might be relevant for some of us. It's all about how to leave the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And we think there are some misunderstandings with it, which we encountered, and maybe you too. And it's always good to talk about these things to get more awareness and to be more able to, to do it. So,
What do you feel is like one of your misunderstandings about the comfort zone? I know I have a few.
that it always feels great.
To be able to stay in it
No, to
or to
leave
leave
it.
it.
That is always a great
Mm.
feeling.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Yeah, so it's you leave it and then it's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what is one of your misunderstandings or
That
traps?
that once you leave the comfort zone, it's either you do or you don't. It's not a process or keeping or that the
Mm.
comfort zone stretches. It's like a stable thing that you leave
Mm-hmm.
once and you don't keep leaving again and again and again.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can share some examples, and with that we can explain some stuff what we learned, and maybe you learned also something from it. So I think we both think that's something always to improve in and to get more, I don't know, experience. So we share ours, and
Yeah.
maybe you have one too. I can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I once left my home country. I moved to the Netherlands, and that was quite out of my comfort zone. Because even if it seems like that the countries are similar, they are not
Mm.
in many different details. And as I was also working in a company which only speak Dutch, they spoke Dutch there, so I had to learn the language. It felt horrible all the time. I mean, I knew something inside of me knew that it was okay, but it felt like I don't know, old feelings came up. I'm stupid, I'm slow. I was really criticizing myself because I didn't function the way um I knew I do in my life where I am in the comfort zone. So everything took longer. It took longer until I understood something. I couldn't remember things. I was at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. I was so tired. I felt all the time like I'm not anymore able to do what I'm normally able to do. But I underestimated what it needs for attention spent to learn something new. And with that, I criticized myself because I compared it to the state of mind I'm in when I know everything. Of course, I have more free attention. I'm more able to tackle more. And I wasn't at that time.
And did there come a time where it sort of
Got easier.
got easier? Yeah. Yes, okay, that's a good way to put it.
It was not this one moment and then it was easier. It was a very slow process where it got easier, I must say, and I felt more comfortable in single things. I mean, a very stupid example, but go to the supermarket and search something where in a German supermarket, I'm really nowhere to search, but I go to, an Albert Heijn, I have no clue, and they are very big. And then you go through the whole shop all the time, and you are searching and think like, shit, where do they put it in this country? Yeah. So it really takes more and more time in the beginning, and of course later than I knew, and it took less time. But this is something I had to get used to a little bit, that things take more time, or that I'm not so confident with everything where I'm used to be. I mean, it's a supermarket,
Yeah, I mean, of course, and I know the confusion of being in a strange supermarket very well. I always, my comfort zone is, I'll just ask, where's that? And then someone takes me.
Oh,
Um,
that's good. I have the idea I need to find it my own.
oh, you
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
find, yeah, I'll just ask. I'll not even try because and then you never get to learn it, you know? And what did you feel in that? Because in my experience, when I leave the comfort zone, even as it's uncomfortable, it does give me a sense of aliveness more so than when I'm perpetually in a staying in the comfort zone. Did you have that too while you were going through this process?
Yeah. And the whole mindset changes because that's a side effect is that you get a better understanding for other people. I mean, that's what I also like. I mean, when you
Mm,
go through it, you understand that everyone has hard times, and
mm,
that's that's something what brings more empathy. I think every time when you leave your comfort zone, you have more empathy for others who may have experienced that or will experience that. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, I can relate. Can relate.
Makes you a better person, actually, even if
Yeah,
you're not successful, but it makes you better. I mean, with that you can understand other people better, because
yeah,
when you're always in your comfort zone and you explain the world from there, yeah, thank you, what is that for a viewpoint? I mean,
yeah,
there's no experience of that it also can be hard, or um, that you have to have more patience with
yeah,
everything, and
yeah.
yeah,
And
that you
and I,
fail.
yeah, and you feel more what is actually needed if we have
Mm.
hopes and dreams, and what does it take, and maybe we can even get more and more skilled leaving our comfort zone. And I think one of the things maybe for myself also is that um, uh, in this empowerment journey is the idea I should be able to leave my comfort zone.
Mhm.
But I guess I
Mm.
have the idea that it should be it should get easy. But sometimes I need to acknowledge it is hard, and taking that first step out of the comfort zone and committing to keeping going is really something that that is not to be underestimated. But I think I do many times.
What is your example for leaving the comfort zone, Xander?
Yeah, for me, it was really experimenting also with living in another with living in another place,
Mm.
with staying in my comfort of my home, where I knew everyone, where I have a very grounded social circle, where I've been living for 30 years, to a new city where I actually did not know anybody. And I had all kinds of ideas. Oh, a social circle is going to be easy because it's always been easy. But suddenly I recognize, oh, making new friends and really having intimate connections, that is not something that comes very easily to to really build a friendship. So it gave me a lot more understanding for when people move that it's uh, it's that it's really a process.
Mm.
And now 1.5 years later, it does get easier, and
Mm.
um, but it's what I what helped me, I guess, also in this process is that it was that I took the viewpoint that it was an experiment, and
Mm.
it
Yeah.
could go good, and it also could go bad. And I think in some other areas where I leave my comfort zone, for example, last time we talked about going to the gym, and then it feels like when I haven't gone to the gym, it feels like, oh, now I'm going again. That already feels a bit like going out of my comfort zone. But I guess having a more experimental, exploring mindset of I'll just try it again. Just take another step and see how that goes. And not 10 steps ahead is easier to maybe stick with it a little bit.
Yeah. I also think that you get to know yourself, really get to know yourself better in
Yeah.
those moments. I
Yeah.
mean, we can also take example like, for example, learning a new language. I took Arabic
Mm,
lessons. I mean, that was not easy.
can
And I
imagine.
was the whole day already excited and a little scared about my teacher, who was great, but I was like, I wanted to do all right. I didn't want to do any mistake. And of course I
Yeah.
did mistakes. Huh?
Yeah.
or studying. Yeah, that was also like working at the same time and studying at the same time, like doing both. I mean, I think when you leave your comfort zone, you do it, you accept a part where you know you will not feel that great, that you know, in order to achieve something where you think it would stretch you as a person.
Yeah.
But in that time, you need to keep going, even if it does not feel good.
Yeah.
And these are the times where everything comes up, where you're not, I mean, all your personality comes up. I mean, for me, it's a lot of criticism, or I don't know, unsatisfactions, or fear of making mistakes and so on.
Or
But
feeling discouraged.
yeah, discouragement. But going through it, this is the time where we later feel, okay, this was empowerment, that I didn't give up, that I went through it, that I followed the path where I decided I want to go for.
You know what I realized listening to you is that when I go out to the comfort zone, it's like it feels a little bit like taking a dip in the pool and then quickly go out again. Go in and out.
I
No,
tried it.
but then I've done it. But I guess it's also to have the feeling of take it slow, step and to also let these feelings come up. Because I recognize that in the comfort zone, it's easy to talk about anything.
And you give tips to others.
You give tips. I'll give advice. Oh, you should do it like this. Oh, I can tell you. But if you haven't been in that situation, it's hard to understand the process they're going through. So if you want to help another person, it's actually more difficult. So we could actually be of better service to others as well and empower them by going out of our own comfort zone more.
Yeah. 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 I think that's true. And I think it's also true to don't make it like, to don't give a wrong expectation about how it will feel. It will be horrible. It will feel like, I don't know. But you know why you do it and why you go through. And as you said, it is changing over the time.
Yeah, it is changing. And I think if you start with a good intention of why you want it, that's very important. You don't follow someone else's why they think you should do this. Really tune into why you want it, and so that you have that empowerment to keep going. And that's easier said than done.
Yeah,
Easier said than done.
Exactly. So maybe we have all something where we want to leave our comfort zone this year. And we wish you a lot of success with this, and a lot of perseverance with going for it and not giving up too early. And yeah.
Yeah, and if you want, I know it can be very helpful and already stepping out of your comfort zone to share also what it is. So maybe you want to share to a friend or to a family member or
Exactly.
to us in the comments below. So let us know if you want where you want to leave your comfort zone this year. And we wish you a lot of good luck.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.